In our first story, the death toll has hit 13 as a search team gives up any hope of finding any more bodies 48 hours after an overloaded boat capsized on the Volta River at Yeji. 5 more bodies, including a pregnant woman, were retrieved from the lake as the sun set on Monday. 6 children to Yeji in the Bono Ahafo region. According to Daniel Techi of Alive FM in Yeji, the accident happened some 45 minutes away from the mainland. He also explained that the simple implements were used to find bodies in the lake. So a hook is tied to a rope on a sort of fishing expedition for dead bodies. A man said only one body of his 4 relatives that the disaster could have been prevented if the passengers had life jackets on. Now, the family of a 22-year-old man said to have been tortured to death in Kumasi by some police officers is beset over an autopsy report suggesting the victim died from a natural cause. The autopsy conducted by the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital exonerated the police officers, contrary to claims the officers His death triggered violent protests in the Ashanti region town of Krofrom last Friday. Some angry youth burnt tires, chanted war songs, and brandished placards warning the police to stay away from them. The protest forced the police to begin investigations into the matter and also arrested the officers accused of assaulting the deceased person. The body of the deceased person was also sent to the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital for an autopsy to be conducted to ascertain the cause of death. In what the family members describe as shocking, the autopsy report suggested that the deceased, Richmond Osei, died of congestive heart to get justice. President John Mahama has inaugurated the revamped Komenda Sugar Factory in the Central Region, projecting the plant will create over 7,000 direct and indirect jobs. The labor force, according to the president, will be required to grow, harvest and process the raw material needed to feed the plant's production capacity of some 1,250 tons of sugar. The Komenda Sugar Factory, first established during the tenure of Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, in the 1960s, shut down in the 1980s due to what has been described as gross mismanagement. President Mahama says the revamping of the factory resurrects Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's dream and is expected to cut Ghana's sugar import bill of about $200 million a year.
That led to the collapse of the old factory, and this factory also collapses, we would lose employment, we would lose jobs, not only for the people working in the factory, But imagine the thousands of outgrowers who are going to be supplying this factory. Imagine the losses that they will make because this factory has shut down again. And I want to say that the catchment they are paying the farmers some money to bring the sugarcane. And so it is a win-win both for the factory and also for the farmers. To release lands to the young people who want to work and earn an income from sugarcane growing. I want to also thank the chiefs of Komenda for the significant role that they played in bringing us to this point. Nananom, we shall continue to count on you. This factory is for you. And I want Nananom of Komenda and the people of Komenda to keep a watchful eye on this factory so that it doesn't go the way the old factory went. Workers in this factory must be disciplined. We must have a sense of integrity. We must work in this factory as if it is our own property. We must not work in this factory as if it belongs to somebody else. The collapse of the old factory led to a loss of jobs.
Elsewhere, Employment and Labour Relations Minister Haruna Iddrisu is once again upbeat. Striking judicial service workers will soon call off their strike. This was after a meeting with the workers. Specific agreement was reached. Some progress had been made.
I should indicate that some progress have been made, and tomorrow there would be a major definite public pronouncement on the future or otherwise of the strike action. Team. So I'm hopeful and confident that at the close of work tomorrow, we all will know where we stand with the leadership of JUSAC.
Now, Haruna Iddrisu also explained the ability to pay beyond the current strike. However,
to plan for it. There are some matters relative to the it has to go through some review of our days we are back to work. Must we not work towards such a system where in Ghana somebody is on strike for 1 week, for 2 weeks? It is not an acceptable way. It affects productivity.
Of the Upper East region. More pregnant mothers, according to health officials, are taking their antenatal care more seriously, and they've also encouraged more men to be supportive of their wives and take keen interest in their health during pregnancy. This report by our Upper East correspondent, Albert Sori, shows how the Embrace initiative is making
Accra regions. Embrace aims at offering a health package that enables mother and baby to receive proper care through pregnancy to delivery and 6 weeks after birth. This is known as continuum of care. The Navrongo Health Research Center implemented an initiative in the Kasina-Nankana East Municipality and Kasina-Nankana West District of the Upper East region. Francis Yeji is coordinator for the Embrace initiative.
Embrace, which is an acronym that stands for right from pregnancy through the time of delivery and then the time of the postnatal period up to 6 weeks after delivery. And what the project sought to do was to improve care and ensure that there is increased continuum of care.
He explained how the initiative ensured continuum of care, which has emerged as a new paradigm to address maternal, newborn and child mortality.
This card was used as a tool to motivate the women to access health services during pregnancy. And during antenatal care, so health education.
District say health.
Before the intervention, the main support to the women was not encouraging. But with this intervention, the men are not supporting the women because they can see clearly from the COC card whether my wife is doing well. And any information that they send that the midwife has told them, the man will make a follow-up to come and find out.
When she delivers, she is supposed to be attended by a health worker. Within the 24 hours, she will stay at the health facility. And where she cannot stay, she goes home and the health worker goes to attend. So within the first 48 hours, she should receive postnatal care. And we also realized that before the project, this was very low because it was difficult to keep them. But with the project, they supported us with a lot of equipment, delivery beds, and then beds. So now the women are able to stay.
According to the Navrongo Health Research Center, 5,000 women have benefited from the Embrace initiative within the period of implementation from August 2014 to December 2015 with a 100% success rate. Mothers who strictly adhered to best maternal practices
provide critical support to newborn infants born prematurely.
The vote units broke down. However, the provision of the extra 4 baby incubators, costed at about 56,000 Ghana cedis, would augment healthcare delivery to newborns. The head of the pediatric unit, Dr. Lord Mensah, says the incubators would help reduce neonatal deaths at the facility. He also noted that though the incubators came at the right time, the unit still needs some very important equipment such as ventilators.
We are happy to have 4 more, 3 that we already have. Our aim be presented with this equipment. We are also happy that the Asogri State and then the National Lottery have decided that they will support us in whatever way that they can. So we are humbly appealing to them to get us more equipment.
Of NLA said the provision of the incubators was towards ensuring newborns receive the needed medical attention.
Incubators. We all know how important babies are. To the Volta National Hospital.
The donation was facilitated by chiefs and queens of Asogli traditional area.
That's it for the news for now. As always, we do have more news when you visit myjoyonline.com. We'll go there in the bits alongside the newspapers. You're watching the AM show. Please do stay.